Welcome to the How to Write a Business Plan course. The course expands on topics relevant to those individuals who are planning to write a business plan by defining a business plan as well as appropriate audiences and its importance to business success, and by explaining in detail the contents of each section within a business plan. By the end of this course, you should be able to apply planning principles and design practices when writing a business plan. To accomplish this objective, you will define a business plan and explain the components of a business plan. By failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. Benjamin Franklin. Imagine you throwing a surprise party for your favorite relative who is turning 90. Would you plan the food, entertainment, table, setup, etc.? Of course you would. Starting or running a business without proper planning is like throwing a party for 100 people without a plan. Planning will help shape the end result and provide the best path to get you there. Planning gives you a roadmap to follow. If you don't plan for the success of your business, you will likely fail. It is that simple. Like throwing a party without an agenda, if you're running a business without a plan, you won't know in what direction you're headed. For businesses, planning is usually presented in the form of a business plan. As the blueprint for your business, a business plan provides an outline to the framework of your business, declares your visions, and showcases the necessary steps to fulfill the vision you've outlined. It summarizes your business's history and background and models your core values and mission. As the roadmap for your business, a good business plan helps you navigate your business towards your strategic direction. The more thorough you are, the better your blueprint for success will be. To put it into perspective, a business plan explains who you are, why you're in business, what you do, how you do it, where you operate, how you will generate profits, who your customers are, why your business is important. So who will read your business plan? Who's your audience? Business plans are designed to communicate to a specific target audience, internal or external stakeholders. Stakeholders include anyone with a potential vested interest in your business. Even if you're not looking for outside funding, a business plan is useful for persons internal to the business, you, employees, management, sales, etc., to know your mission and vision as well as your target market and customer. However, business plans are often the first thing an outside funder will request. Therefore, much of what is in the plan will be directed at an external audience such as potential investors or lenders, government. So, for investors, banks, and loan advisors, business plans are essential. Tailor your plan to your intended audience, and remember, as your business expands, so will your plan. When writing for internal stakeholders, focus on the detailed operation of the business. For example, include comprehensive data on the operating budget, market research, competitor analysis, sales lists, product design specifications, etc. When writing for external stakeholders, focus on the financial aspect of the business. For example, if you're looking for a traditional loan, you should include the amount you're looking for, how the funds will be used, what those funds will accomplish, how you plan to repay, and any collateral you have to offer. If you are looking for investors, talk about growth. For example, what funds you will need in the short term as well as the long term, up to 5 years, and how you will use those funds to grow. Calculate return on investment ROI estimations and how financial reporting will work. Tell them what % ownership you're willing to give to investors, what milestones or conditions you will accept, how you expect them to be involved, board membership, management, etc., and any proposed investor exit strategy, such as buyback or sale options. There are two main categories of business plans, traditional and alternative. While traditional business plans cover key established business aspects, alternative business plans offer their target audience innovative approaches that emphasize speed, flexibility, and the ability to change direction and adapt. Depending on a company's needs, a traditional business plan can cover key business concepts such as marketing and finances, and/or be used as a tool to effectively operate the business by organizing company goals and objectives. A traditional business plan can save your business money because its primary function is to manage current and future financial projections. You are better equipped to manage spending since budgets are set with the plan. In addition, marketing dollars are allocated more effectively because the plan helps pinpoint the characteristics of the company's target market. A business plan contains many plans to address the different aspects of your business. Sales and marketing analysis provides specific information regarding the industry in which the business operates. Financial information such as accounts payable and receivable, break-even projects, and the current financial picture of the business give an accurate depiction of the business's finances. Ownership and management structure of the business is also a key element of the business plan, detailing the qualifications and duties of the individuals in charge. Alternatives to the traditional business plan provide the target audience with an innovative approach when outlining the business framework.
The first step to outlining a business plan, having an idea for a product or a service. The second step is pricing your product or service for customers who need what you're selling. And the third step is making a profit. 1, 2, 3. See, it's not that hard. Your business plan is not out to get you. Instead, think of it as a tool to get where you want to go, a roadmap to success. You know, there are different types of business plans. There isn't a one-size-fits-all. The trick is finding one that fits your business. And to figure out what type is best for your business, ask yourself, what am I going to need or use to operate my business? Owners of startups or businesses in the beginning growth stages will have a different answer than a business that's been operating for a few years. So for startups, your business plan should communicate to investors, partners, and employees about what you're going to do with your business, your vision, projected strategies, and financial forecasts. Remember, as a startup, you may not initially make a profit, but eventually, making a profit is your goal, right? Well, for businesses that have operated for a few years, a business plan maps strategy steps to reach their end goal, whether to be sold or to build the family business for the next generation. Their business plan might outline metrics, list tasks or deadlines, and project sales goals. It might list expenses, capital, assets, and liabilities to manage cash flow. Businesses that have been around for a while have a lot more things to consider, so they may even devote a portion of their business plan to analyzing their projections, their expenses, and costs. Bottom line, your business plan will always be a living document because your business will change, and your business plan should be updated to reflect those changes. How your business plan is presented to your audience also depends on your type of business. Business plans are designed to speak to a specific target audience. While traditional business plans cover key established business aspects, alternative business plans offer their target audience innovative approaches that emphasize speed, flexibility, and the ability to change direction and adapt. Okay. Let's search online for alternative business plans or for ideas when you want to impress your investors. For example, one alternative idea is to give a personal presentation of your business. This adds a human touch to your business plan and encourages questions and answers. Another idea is to boil down your business essentials to a 1 or 2 page blueprint. Focus on the output of the plan, not the description of your business. Consider conveying ideas informally by combining the serious nature of business plans with an easy-to-read format. If you're not comfortable doing it yourself, there are many services with various solutions to help you present your plan. So take a few minutes to check them out. Now you see how one size doesn't fit all. Your business plan can be written, organized, and presented in different yet acceptable ways. It just depends on your answers to the questions we touched on earlier. What are you going to need to operate your business? And what's the best way to present your business plan?
When establishing your business, writing your business plan is one of the most important steps you will take because the plan serves as your roadmap for the early years of your business. The business plan generally projects 3 to 5 years ahead and outlines the route a company intends to take to reach its yearly milestones, including revenue projections. A well thought out plan also helps you step back and think objectively about the key elements of your business venture and influences your decision making on a regular basis. A well organized business plan is simple, flexible, and manageable. A well written business plan declares your business's vision as well as the steps to achieve the vision. Small business owners or new entrepreneurs are often intimidated when it comes to writing a business plan, thinking it's complicated or simply unnecessary. Nothing could be further from the truth. Your business plan should be a living document, constantly revised to match changing markets and business needs. Before you begin writing your business plan, consider these 4 core questions. What service or product does your business provide, and what need does it fill? Who are the potential customers for your product or service, and why will they purchase it from you? How will you reach your potential customers? And where will you get the financial resources to start or grow your business? This section provides a general background and description of your company. You should include things like a mission statement, company goals and objectives, a general overview of your product or service, target market, and industry. You will also go into detail about your company's management, organizational, and legal structures. Total suggested page length of this section of the business plan, 3 to 5 pages. The mission statement is a brief statement about who the company is and what it stands for. Some companies use the mission statement as a marketing slogan. However, the true intent of a mission statement should be to describe the purpose of the business, a futuristic expression of hope inspiration. For example, Google's mission statement is organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. Michael and Jennifer's mission statement might be to provide the best service for your pet at an affordable price to foster the collective care and love of our furry friends. Don't just write down a mission statement. Think about it. Get input from others and carefully develop a statement that is an expression of your business. Your business goals and objectives should be specific and attainable. Remember, goals that are not specific will probably not be achieved. An example could be that your business meets a specific level of customer satisfaction or reaches an annual sales target. If your business is already in operations, describe any major accomplishments or successes. How is your product or service new and exciting? How are products developed or services provided? Give a brief yet enticing overview of your product or service to include descriptions, pricing, explanation, and competitive edge. Keep it short. Details come later in the plan. Reference applicable graphics and brochures in the appendix. This section should briefly describe to whom you will market your products. You will describe this more later, but give a short description of who you think will buy your product and why. To give a frame of reference, include your company's location and whether you anticipate moving in the future. Here, briefly describe your industry. You will go into more detail later. What is your industry? Is your industry growing? What changes do you foresee, and how does your company plan to take advantage of these changes? How does your company compare to competitors in your industry? This section should describe the processes that support what your company does. For instance, how is your company's management organized? Who makes decisions? What are the values that drive your company? How many employees do you have? What do they do, and how are they paid? Do you anticipate this changing? This section should describe the leadership of your company and include an organization chart if you have one. Who are the principal members of your company, and what are their roles? This section of the plan should include a brief resume on each key manager within the company to show that they are qualified to complete this work. If you have a board of directors or outside advisors, such as an attorney or accountant, list them here and describe the relationship. In this section, you should also explain how things get done in the company. Talk about your company's core competencies. What is the legal structure of your business? Here describe what legal requirements your business faces, such as licenses and/or permits your company operates with or needs. It is also an opportunity to highlight special operating achievements or certifications your company has. For instance, your business may have specific security clearances, hold patents, or be quality certified as an ISO 9000 firm. This section should also describe how the company is organized. Specifically, It should explain the legal form of ownership, such as the business model. That is, are you organized as a proprietorship, partnership, or corporation, and why?